It's Lids, and we're back for some more Witcher, and last time, Alvin and Geralt, we saw some things, man. Some things you don't really ever want to see. People turning into wraiths, and then exploding, and all that stuff. We're about to find some more of those wraiths, I think. In general, I find them pretty creepy, I think. Oh, and I don't really want to have to fight two of you at once, because we've not done that yet. I suspect it'll be a lot trickier to do. And again, just swing your sword, Geralt! It's kind of important for you to do that. We were fortunate, or at least, well, we were fortunate in the past, and that sometimes it seems as though when we're just fighting these enemies by themselves, they're not so tough. But, I mean, it does appear as though they have a few tricks up their sleeve that maybe we just didn't see in the past. Or at least, I just don't remember. Also, that sound is kind of terrifying. So, in theory, we are over here, hello, rolling right and left, to check out where Alina's mirror pieces are. Here. Arrows? We see that. Pick that up. This morning I hovered over something that said arrows. Yeah. Oh. You remember that. For one of our other quests. But, as to where exactly we're gonna find all those pieces, well, it seems like we can find most of them. And I did notice this. Oh! Are you technically Alina? Or were you technically Alina? Is maybe a better question. One moment while I consume some food real quick. Because one would assume you are probably more powerful than the enemies that we were just facing. So, like, you have a red name over your head, which implies that you are aggressive, adversarial, confrontational, evil, potentially. So, here goes nothing. I attempted to use that against you. Please don't do whatever you're about to do. That's it. Knock her back, knock her back. I'm assuming that Silver Sword is the way to go here. I mean, at one point she was a human. Theoretically. Oh, come on, attack, attack! The point of stunning her is not to sit back and watch and let her recover and then attack you. It is in fact meant to be an opportunity to deal damage when she's not fighting back, or on occasion, an opportunity to deal one of those special damaging moves. But, yeah, like, this is... Whoa! Oh, okay, that's actually part of her mirror. So we did, I would assume that means, need to go up here and fight her in order to get that. It's not like they're just going to be lying around for the taking. So we may have more of those encounters left. Go for that one next, I think. We're gonna avoid the Druid Circle, because that is supposedly where some nasty wraiths, including potentially the Wild Hunt, will be. And, I am in no shape to do that. Ew. Also, oh. That doesn't look good. What? What the heck? Oh, you're Voidianoid. But your names are red. Which would suggest that you mean trouble. I mean, they look cool. Probably means they're powerful. But I do kind of want to fight you. Ravine, you've not been here before. We're inching closer to the Druid Circle. But I think we attracted their attention. Also don't know with these guys. Is this a silver sword situation or is this a steel sword situation? I didn't see how much damage we're doing. It seemed like it might not have been that much. Alvin, you're standing in a bad place, man. Oh. When Noon Wraith is coming to help, of course. You have a very nice hat on. So I kind of don't want to fight you. I just want to appreciate your fashion sense more than anything, truthfully. Okay, let's create some distance, maybe. Do this again. You did not get stunned. I did not appreciate that.
Help me!
Alvin, again, you're picking the worst places to stand here, buddy. I don't actually know if you can get taken down. Doesn't look like they're trying to hit you. Which is probably a good thing, because if they were, you would be toast right about now.
I don't want to.
He doesn't want to fight, it sounds like he's probably meaning to say. But we have taken down everyone but you. Wonder, you're pretty big. Can we use heavy stance on you? I think so. You are dodging some of it, but I think this does still work. You healing? Or is that us? It kind of looks like you're healing. Damn him. That white circle around him? Because if so, then that is a problem. Because I have no idea he's healing faster than we are dealing damage. I don't think we've seen that with any other enemy that we've faced in the past. I mean, we've seen it around us. That's about it. And it's only affected us when we've been in town and very much not in the middle of the fight. I'm a little confused why that might be showing up. Went to quick stance, hoping that maybe some quicker hits might prevent him from regenerating in case we were, like, not hitting him for long enough. Ooh. Apparently you just disappeared into remains. Oh, for a second I thought it was telling me to bring that to the Voidianoid Chief. I was like, oh, I don't think that's a good idea. I think they might object to that. This is probably the rate. So I have no idea what that's worth, but theoretically, that's something of value there. Trophy. And it does mean, although you can't really see it there, that we have a cool... Maybe it's not a helmet after all? Oh. Okay, hold on. 1 second here. I see the Midday Bride, but I also see dragons. And, this does give me a bit of pause. Also, we probably should eat something, so that we are not going into this next fight with particularly low HP. So those are wyverns. We did see that there was a wyvern, or no, a royal wyvern contract, I think, we had ongoing. You, at least. The most immediate concern for quest purposes. I'm confident in fighting you with roughly half HP. Also, Alvin, any signs of you having taken damage? No? Alright. Decent. Don't have to be too concerned about that, it would seem. Alright, you. Again, with the not attacking her when she is down on the ground, that is kind of the whole point of knocking her to the ground. Also, don't know if you actually hurt me when you did that. It looked kind of strange. You're kind of doing a shimmy here. Doing a lot of shimmying. Not a lot of clear attacks. Maybe I'm just interrupting them? I'm not really sure. Maybe I'm parrying them? Or, avoiding them? Dodging them? There we go! That, certainly seems to have done the trick. Another shard of the mirror? I don't know. Seems like might be a corpse at every one of these encounters that we'll find here. with the midday rates. I was gonna say that wyvern is kind of hard to see given the tall grass, but I'm pretty sure it is actually fairly close to us, and this is probably not a good idea. Oh, unless if we can one-shot it, given how low HP we have, but I guess it's not so bad after all. Royal wyverns are technically the ones that we're supposed to fight. Mangled corpse over there? I mean, you remember what happened last time we fought a pack of dragons guarding something? It did, in fact, end quite well. Got what, at the time, was our most powerful sword. So I'm inclined to give this a shot, because there is, again, numerous mangled corpses, which, of course, sounds bad, but does potentially mean that there's loot to be had there. So what could possibly go wrong, right? If we could, like, say, separate you from your friend, and just feed Alvin to you, basically. For a second, I legitimately thought that you were just going to consume Alvin. And we did legitimately feed him to you. A little concerned for a second. Based on our past success fighting these guys, though, we know that we should be able to handle them. With this low HP, maybe not the best of scenarios. Again, with the knocking people down and not actually working so great for us. It may just be best to throw a bunch of sword combos together. I can't really see your HP. Well, I think you're at roughly half. Something like that. And you're not really dealing much of any damage to us right now, so... Sure. Not bad in that case, either. Even those big attacks, not managing to get those in. I'm pretty sure we need to use quick attack against these guys, otherwise they will avoid just about every one of our sword swings. Which does mean we're dealing slightly less damage, or actually a lot less damage than we would be doing if we were using heavy stance, but I think we have to. Now, this, however, I was pretty sure we could do at that stage. You, I believe, are the ones that we need to pick up for the contract. And that's not what I meant to do. Actually, not that either. Soon, some quick foods. And take on this wyvern, because I would believe, once we do that, we have free reign to, and all these corpses that I'm sure are just because of these wyverns. Oh, right, I forgot we can theoretically just one-shot these things. So, no food really needed, but got it. Alright, this time the Han is actually giving us Han rather than Cane, so I think that is a plus. For a while there where I thought it was giving us something else, but anyway. Maybe I'm making that. I don't know. Mangled corpses. Do you have anything of note? Namely, like some really nice swords that I would love to take off you. Certainly not of the same level of loot as we found when we fought the previous wyverns in the swampy area. Hello, friend. I almost didn't see you there. Unfortunately... Oh, I was using stance. I would say, unfortunately, we didn't get the one-shot kill on you. Oh, weird things happened there. What exactly? I'm not sure. Give this another shot. Come on. There we go. Come on, let me loot. Okay. I think that is actually everything that's going here. Oh, I didn't even think we'd be able to go this far to the side. I was kind of assuming this would be an invisible wall that we would hit earlier than that. Maybe we'll just verify whether there's anything over here that is particularly interesting. I wouldn't have thought this would be possible. Which would lead me to believe that one might hide something of value over here. Maybe just those wyverns, it would seem. Which again, the reward, not amazing. We do technically need to take out some noon wraiths. Or at least we would like to for one of our quests. So, while they're here, we'll do that. But there are other... Oh, what's this? Oh! Isn't that the other kind that we technically are supposed to pick up as well? Probably only got those from some other kind of wraith, but also, what do we drop to make room for that? I think this is really easy to get from the drowners. Okay. Did I mark the other one, the next one on the map? Good thing we double-checked. I have no interest in going there, thank you very much. Granted, they're rather close to each other. Be able to hop down here. Suppose so. Just do that. There we go. More of the death dust as well as the shimmering dust. Oh. Okay, so we have all the stuff for the blacksmith's wife, it would seem, at this stage. This is where we went before, and I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we'll have to go further direction we are pointed. And we need to be a little cautious here not to go too close to that droidic circle, where we are expecting to find some powerful foes. So, we need to go a little bit more in that direction in order to work our way up here. And no, we did complete one of those, but nope, we did that. But I thought that the blacksmith's wife reward was not quite as good as the normal blacksmith's reward, if I remember correctly. And I think it is the other stuff. The darker of the two dusts the blacksmith wants. Not the shimmering dust, the death dust. Ew. Okay, we'll just loop around in that case, which means we will have to go by the strawberry, or raspberry patch, rather. Midnight Bride again? Oh, we can talk to you. We don't need to fight you.
The sun rocks the earth. Grain falls from the stalk. Come away with me, wanderer. Come away with the moon race.
Oh, I had my hands off the keyboard. I was like, oh, never mind, this is just a simple conversation here. It's not like the other ones, we're gonna be fine. But nope, she is also doing the shimmy. Oh. And we also took her out pretty gruesomely. And this one doesn't drop anything for us. Bad face. That one, however, it's a normal noon wraith, not a special kind. Oh, that actually hurt a lot. Wow. You also do the shimmying too. Not sure I realized that. Ow, please don't do that. This to you, so we can more easily do that. And we may need to be a little more mindful of where our HP stands at the moment, because that was a little dangerous, given the circumstances. Okay, now you'll need to redirect yourself. And do we have to go up to the elevation? That's a midday bride. Is actually the one that we're supposed to encounter here? I feel like we're just running into them in random places now. Oh yes, it's not the one that I meant to go for, but it is one of the ones we need, so... Love, though, if we could, like, get a little more HP back, because, you know, as we were just saying, you guys can deal a surprising amount of damage. I suppose we couldn't find it too surprising, because they are supposed to be pretty powerful enemies, I would think, and yet we were handling them pretty easily earlier. Probably meant that we were just getting a little lucky. Let's throw another round of food down the gullet, and then take you on. Oh. Again, was a little surprised. It's like, are we fighting or are we not fighting? A little too much of a delay. It's puzzled there. And I think soon we'll be able to use the stun, follow up with the finishing blow. Let's try it now. Yep. Whenever they're kind of waddling, well, I mean, they're always waddling, but when they're standing still like that, there's like a specific animation that they have when, in fact, you can actually hit them with that final blow. What's that sound? Doesn't sound like the enemies we've been fighting. Which makes me a little nervous. We wander over here. We didn't. In fact, we were right on course, more or less. I think I see the start of the outline of the person we're looking for. Yep. There you are. You might even be the last one. In fact, sure, we will soon find out. And you, at least, started fighting immediately. Made it a little easier to tell whether or not you're friend or foe. I mean, granted, we should know that you're all foe. Alright. Now we should be able to do this, followed by that. Good. That was a rather somber sound. I think that's the last piece. Although we're not getting any quest update, so maybe it is not. Is it Raspberry Patch? Druid Circle? Hold on. Are they elsewhere as well? When is this? This is part of the day. Let's find the shards of Lena's mirror in the fields. And we're in the fields. Thought we found all of them. Don't know if there's like a hidden one somewhere. Do we have to go back to the strawberry patch and fight that one more time now that we've fought all the others? Maybe? Seems a little unlikely, but I suppose it's possible. Or, I mean, I would suspect that there's just one other place that is not technically in the fields or something like that, where we find the last one. I didn't see any showing up on the map. It's strange. We'll take you out, though. Means this should be out. And that makes things easier. It does seem like, for some reason, the death dust is far less common. Alright, Hermit Dude. It's been a little while since we spoke to you, and I thought that maybe, although we saw you before we saw everyone else in town, the proper town, that someone had mentioned you, gave us a little more information, and that we might have more stuff to speak to you about, now that we have had said discussions with those people.
How can I help?
Maybe I'm making that up. What do you have? Anything we should know about here? We did see some of the Voidianoi that had Dagon in their name, but I think they were like worshippers of God or something. I think I will hold off here, but okay, get back. Maybe there isn't much for us to do here. This was locked earlier? It's still locked. That has not changed. Okay, let's take one last look at our map here and see... Oh, actually, you know what? We cancel, start tracking... Excuse me? Why are you taking us to the Druid Circle? Excuse me? Saying that the last one is there at the Druid Circle? That does not make me happy. That place where we're supposedly going to encounter some very dangerous foes? I mean, that would explain why we couldn't find the last one. But... I would have to brush up on the other things that we are supposed to do to not instantly die there. And also, probably would need to save. So let's do that. Because I would think we are probably going to fail the first time we try to do whatever this is. Waking Fire. Okay. Thought it was affiliated with an entirely different quest, a side quest. For that reason, I didn't think that we would need to do it. But maybe it's not actually the case. That's not it. Certainly not it. We named the contracts. That's the one with the blacksmith and the blacksmith's wife. No idea what that is. Oh, that's the crypt that's actually in this area. Different. That's different. This is it. Must defeat the wraiths that haunt the Druid Circle. Hermit claims I can keep the King of the Hunt away by placing Mandrake Root on the fire in the Druid Circle and lighting it. I must use Mandrake Root to drive the wraiths and the King of the Hunt away from the Druid Circle. But what are we actually supposed to do? Beat the wraiths. But just not the King of the Hunt. Yeah, I mean... There's a wyvern. Oh! What are you doing here? Don't think we've seen you or that Druid Lantern. I'm hopeful you will be the last one that we need to fight. Now, we may not actually need to go to the Druid Circle, because that seems like something that I would much rather do later on when maybe we're just a little bit more powerful, a little bit more confident in our abilities to do that. There we go. Do have a piece. And that is supposedly the last one. Something's happening though.
Geralt!
I asked you to hide if it turned dangerous.
I hear voices from all those women who live here.
They're dead, Alvin.
So many fear me. When they think I can't hear, they call me the Devil's Child.
Those people, they're just afraid of what they don't understand.
I want them to like me. I don't want them to die. What should I do?
Just relax and maybe don't take what they're saying to mind. This is our own fate. I mean, I can see the logic behind each of these. So we'll go this route.
Your visions are a gift, not a curse. It's up to you to use them for good.
I'll remember that.
Oh. Old album that his powers are a gift. Okay. Yeah, no, that is a Druid Lantern. It is, I believe, affiliated with, you know, the place where the Wild Hunt does in fact show up. So, we probably need to run, like, right now. Right now. In the opposite direction in which we're facing. Otherwise, we are about to get absolutely obliterated. So, yeah. Okay. Hoping that's enough distance. I guess we did actually end up going toward that Druidic Circle in order to find that last midday's prize, I think is what they're called. So, yeah. I mean, that might not have been the center, so I think maybe those little British things are on the edge, the periphery of the circle, and there's an interior circle where you actually find the guys that are trying to fight you. Circle within a circle. The inner circle is the dangerous part, the exterior circle, the part where you light all the fires. Basically what I'm saying. I mean, I am totally guessing, just based on how we did not get mauled when we showed up there. Yay. So now, we go back to town. Or actually, let's double check, who are we technically supposed to speak to about this? Told Alvin his powers are a gift. That makes me a little nervous that that's how you're summarizing it. Because I feel like if you're saying, well, I'm gifted, then that's kind of like justification for you doing anything. Because you can basically say, well, I'm better than everyone else. So I don't care if you think that I'm being malicious and potentially putting people in harm's way with the way in which I'm aggressively and uncontrollably using my powers. So we'll see if that was actually a mistake, but this is the one that we are more directly working on. I managed to find mirror shards before presenting it to the Noon Wraith. I must have it repaired. I need to find a craftsman of some sort. There is the blacksmith. So I would think that might be my first guess. Otherwise, I mean, we could talk to the healer lady, but although she did tell us about this stuff, I wouldn't think of her as a quote-unquote craftsman as much as I would the blacksmith. So, I think the blacksmith remains my first choice. If not him, then we'll get a little more creative. I hope that you are still outside here, because what time is it? 6:30? It's still early enough in the day, right? Yes. Okay. Hopeful.
Yes?
You can do this?
Can you reassemble
Good
the
sign.
shattered mirror?
For 100 orens.
Okay,
Deal.
fine.
Take the pieces. I'll pay you when you're done.
I'm tired.
Okay, so we'll come back for the mirror later. And in the meantime, we could turn in the reward for his wife's quest. Or we could potentially try to find the stuff for the blacksmith instead. Let's see. He needed shimmering dust, and am I right in thinking he wanted shadow dust, which actually comes from the Devourers, at least most often, although that might have still been something. Oh, we were getting death dust. Oh, my mistake. Totally different. In which case, well, let's take a quick look. We happen to have... Oh, we have 2 rounds of that. Okay, so I think that's not that unreasonable. We prefer the Shadow Dust reward to go that route instead. So I think we already have the book that she was going to offer us as our reward for taking her side of the quest, her side of that conflict. So in that case, back to the quest list. What ought we to do in the meantime? I would think... not this one. Something very similar to that, though. Here. Going to the crypt, and seeing if we can find... soon would be Berengar. And, you know, he's not that far away. Theoretically. It's been a while since we were back over by the lakeside. Alvin is apparently still following us, which I don't really feel great about. Because I do feel like he should... Oh, Fletters. I do feel like he should be back in town. There's the crypt entrance as well. Alright, 2 Fletters at once is a little bit tricky. We have not really gotten much more powerful since the last time we saw some of these guys. So I don't think we can rely too much on having a better set of skills to take care of them more easily.
Help me! Help!
May have been about to go into a more powerful animation than that, but alas, I didn't. One of you is standing still, which is rather useful. Finish him off. Oh, I thought we were going to be able to. Darn it. But I think this will do the trick. No, not quite. Come on. There we go. Okay. One left. 1v1 should be fine. Seems like we're still doing a pretty reasonable amount of damage. Maybe we've allocated some skill points since the last time we fought these guys. I didn't remember us taking them down quite that quickly in the past. Yeah, so we have not really fully explored this area just yet, even though it was technically the first place where we ended up when we reached this part of town. Way back where we found the Naiad and the boat that we will probably should take at some point too. But let's stick strictly to the key storyline business, which I believe will send us down here. And this is a great example of a time when, you know, Alvin, you really shouldn't be coming down here.
Berengar, mysterious witcher and outcast. I finally found him.
Possibly. I feel like we might... I mean, he's supposedly our brother. Also, his...
What the hell am I doing here?
Green thing would suggest that he's actually a friend. I feel like he's actually one of the guys from Karamor End, and we just didn't realize it, but maybe not, because he's supposedly also our brother? I don't know. Also,
What do you want,
dude,
Witcher?
chill out.
I've been looking for you, Berengar, for some time. I have some questions.
You mean you're
Nice
not
to
looking for
finally
that
meet.
legendary suit of armor?
What?
Well, you'll have to wait, because a Wraith and some Brookside will be here any minute. You think you can handle them?
Think I can't?
Fine. Play tough. As that old stooge Vesemir used to say, let's fight and see.
I can hear them coming. Get ready.
I've been ready since childhood. Those bastards at Kaer Morhen sorted that.
Okay. I think, yeah, these are going to be some enemies that we need to blur out, because I remember their name. But I found Berengar. That is certainly significant, because we've been chasing after this guy for seemingly forever. Okay, we do have full HP, so that makes sense. Doing well there. Should we pop any potions in advance of this fight? Potentially a Blizzard Potion. But, I don't know. I'm going to probably wait and see. And again, excuse me here. I am guessing that this will probably be an extended fight in which most of it will be blurred. I apologize in advance for that, but must be done, I'm afraid. And there are, I think, 3 Alps and 1 Bruxa. I think the Bruxa is a more powerful version of the Alps. They are, the Alps at least, are the enemy that we saw once that we had to blur out in the sewers when we were fighting with Siegfried. May have seen one other time as well, I don't remember. I think we technically do have a contract for them. Bruxa, maybe not. I feel like the fight with the Lady of the Night, which is again one that we also had to blur out for similar reasons, might have also been Alps and Bruxa. Something like that. But anyways, 1 down at the moment. A couple more with low HP. We're on half HP at the moment, but I think we're doing okay. I've ventured slightly further into the crypt, not intentionally, but okay. They're not dealing a ton of damage at the moment. We're kind of just a little bit all over the place. I did use the one-shot kill, the finishing move at least, after stunning the Bruxa, so that was the most powerful one, and we did gain a level from that. So that's cool. So just 2 Alps left. Berengar is almost done with one of them. I finished it off, and now there's just 1 more. It's on about 1/3 HP, and both Berengar and us were both attacking it, so it shouldn't be much longer. Until, yes. There we go. Let me just give it a second for their bodies to kind of like, you know, disappear. And then maybe then. I can, unblur, ideally. Because, they're still... Okay, I'll loot them. Loot them quick. And I think after that... Okay. Should be good now. Let me... I mean, we could kinda see? Nope, that's not what I meant to do. Meant to do this. And not that, but this. Alright, there's Berengar. He went to the left. I do wonder... Try going here. How bold are we feeling? This is, theoretically, dead end. Probably, you know, like, have a sword drawn here. We might run into more enemies that we need to blur out, quite frankly. Ooh. That. The enemies guarding this? Nope. Yeah, so, I mean, just barely visible, but it is sort of kind of visible. If we can save a cat potion, then that would be kind of helpful. Okay.
Nice style, but not perfect. During a half pirouette, you leave your groin unprotected.
I don't think so.
I'll demonstrate when we get out of here.
I don't intend to discuss swordplay.
Yeah.
What do you know about Salamandra?
Straight to the point. Know why I'm laughing, Geralt?
No.
I'm laughing at you. So witchily, fast, deadly, and sure of yourself, with your unwavering sense of what's right. Think you're better than me?
I don't know.
Don't know,
but
yeah.
I don't want to fight you.
Oh, that's right. The code forbids it.
Watch it. Here they come again.
Yep, another round. Probably should have, yep, they're more of the same. I'm gonna quickly eat some food. So these enemies are gonna need to blur as well. So I would suspect it's gonna be the general theme of this area is that those are the default enemies in many ways. Oh, I'm using the steel sword at the moment, which is safe. Switching over to that, there are only 3 Alps, so none of the powerful ones here, none of the Bruxa. And it is fewer in number than the 4 that we fought last time, or at least 3 Alps plus 1 Bruxa that we fought last time. That should make this a little bit more manageable, and I have one that is in the animation that allowed me to one-shot it, but Geralt refused to do so, unfortunately, as has been the case on a few occasions. Okay, there we go. Did get the killing blow animation there on one of them after using another sign. So 2 left, 2 out of the 3. One I'm fighting is pretty low, one I'm fighting is dead. One that Berengar is fighting only has a third of its HP gone, so I mean, I know he's talking trash to us, but dude, you're underperforming. You're doing way better than you. Must follow Berengar if I want more information. That's what the quest says. I'm going to loot quickly so we can get to following him again. He is on the move. I would.
That was easy enough.
Berengar, I'm not about to get killed by a few Bruxae, if that's what you were hoping for. Let's talk.
Who said I wanted to talk? You gonna force me?
I hadn't intended to.
I mean,
I was thinking.
That since we're both witchers, somehow we'd come to an agreement? To me, you're no better than that scoundrel, the professor. You're just a bigger hypocrite.
So you worked with Salamandra after all?
but you're suggesting that you don't like...
Shit.
Oh, what? Okay, more enemies. Yep, then we're going to have to walk out. More Alps, it would seem. Again, I'm gonna throw some food in our stomach. Okay, so this is 3 Alps and a Wraith. A little different this time. Again, probably going to end up getting blurred. Sorry. Ooh, we got a quick one-shot animation, and I mean like actually one-shot, on the first Alp. So that's very helpful.
Was that necessary?
And then got the second one and a third. Okay, we one-shot every single one of the Alps. And so now I guess we can put the screen back up. And it's just the Wraith remaining. They can be a little tricky. A few nasty moves up their sleeves. But if it's just him and we have both us and Berengar fighting him, then I would have to think we'd be doing okay. Alright.
Looks like we're done here.
Can we
Are we?
talk?
Fine, but not here. let's go outside. Sit by my fire.
Want to let me loot this place first, though? I'll try talking to Berengar. And, you know, like, loot all the mutilated corpses, right? Can't leave without doing that, right? That might have been one of the quest things that we needed to. Sarcophagi. Ooh, what is this? And that? Ooh, quest item. Piece of armor made from a very rare alloy. It looks very old. That seems to be what Berengar was seeking. He was talking about there being some powerful armor that I don't think we knew about in advance. So, I don't know if we're actually going to use it, because I don't think so. It's a quest item. Also, if there's anything over here. 10 coins? Anyone going to ambush us? Seems like the kind of place where someone would ambush us. I don't think so. We may really be done here. I think we found all the side areas as well. Now, will Berengar try to, like, lock us in here or something? Because I can see that being the case. Because he doesn't seem to be too fond of us. Alvin did wait for us outside. That's probably a good thing. Alright, now quit running, dude. Hoping you're just going for that fireplace and then we'll actually have the chance to talk.
Fucking witch's fate.
Excuse you? Yeah, man.
We can talk by the fire.
Yeah, we're by the fire. I was wondering if you're gonna make me use my flint.
Alright, what's so urgent?
I'd best start at the beginning. What's your connection to Salamandra?
What the hell? It's a simple story. They found me some time ago and the professor made me an offer I couldn't refuse. You know the kind. Help us or we'll feed you your balls. I did what I had to do. It's funny. They remind me of Witchers. Never had a choice, with them or you. The Witchers made me a mutant. The professor made me a criminal. An outcast twice over. I escaped as soon as I could. They got nothing out of me. I didn't sell anyone out. And then I came here.
Yeah, I mean, we've heard a lot about you being a little more involved than that. Also, seems as though you're implying that you are no longer a Witcher, even though you're clearly wearing the Witcher amulet. I mean, I really want to ask him all these things. What to do first? That seems like that's not as important.
I have the distinct feeling
This
you're
seems
not
the most
telling me
important.
everything.
How perceptive. There is one more thing. Salamandra wants Alvin. I don't
You know
know
that.
why, but he's important to them. They sent me here to find him, but I have no intention to. I just want to earn some Arns and leave, for good.
That's
So
not that
you
simple.
know nothing more about the attack on Kaer Morhen, about the stolen Witcher's formulae?
Not a thing.
Then I have just one request. Stay away from Alvin.
Oh yeah, also Alvin is following us right now. So he's like right here. Oh god, what have we done? We led Alvin straight to him. That was so silly. I don't know if that's actually going to play out, you know, affect things at all. But we quite literally led Alvin directly to him. So whether or not we believe him, I mean, the opportunity is certainly there for him to take. And these other things, I suppose this is probably the next most
I
significant.
heard you're attempting
Yeah,
to
there is
resolve the
Alvin.
conflict between humans
Alvin,
and the
can you just
Vodyanoi.
like hide behind a bush
What?
real quick?
Did they send you here to dissolve my contract? Fine by me. Take it.
What contract?
The one negotiating a peace between humans and the Vodyanoi. Both sides came to me. I have no intention of pursuing it, and the job will fit your sainted legend perfectly.
Do I sense envy?
Don't flatter yourself. I have only contempt for people like you.
Don't digress.
My take? Cull one of the two sides, and the rest will fall into place.
thought we encountered the friendly Voidenoid priest when we first got here, but sure, let's ask him about this just in
Know
case.
where I can find the friendly Vodian priest?
By the Lady of the Lake's altar on the shore.
Yeah, that's the one we saw.
Sometimes the dragon worshippers drive him away, so wait for him. If it's not beneath you.
I see.
Yeah?
Okay. Now, the armor that we picked
You
up...
mentioned a suit of armor?
You don't know the legend? I thought every little witcher had heard it.
Tell me.
The legend, as legends do, tells of a great warrior. It's more boring than Dandelion's ballad about you, which is hardly possible. But it turns out our hero employed witchers' fighting techniques while wearing armor. Was he a witcher? Who knows?
Sounds interesting.
Someone who used
called
witcher
him
techniques and wore
He
armor.
had connections
How
to
very
gnome
unique.
inventors with superior technical knowledge. In their secret workshops beneath Mount Carpon, they created a suit of armor both durable and light. Perfect for a witcher.
A legendary suit of armor. I should do some treasure hunting.
Good luck. I suspect Raven was buried in it, and I have long scoured cemeteries in hopes of finding it.
Know anyone who could tell me more about the armor?
Pretty sure we just
The
picked it
local
up, or at least
blacksmith
part
is an
of it.
inventor and knows the legend. You could also try the elven handyman.
I'll do that.
Yeah?
And now, finally, for
Mention
this.
an imperfection in my defense.
Yes. You leave your groin open when you do a half spin. A beginner would notice. I even know why.
Care to tell me?
To do a half spin correctly, you need to have both legs in working order. One of yours was crushed once.
Possibly.
So it goes. Live by the sword, die by the sword.
Okay, sounds like you know something about our past that we have forgotten, which, given how supposedly we are relatives, siblings, and we have memory loss, that seems
Farewell.
possible. Should tend to other matters while I wait for Berengar to become more talkative. I mean, he did give us a fair amount of information there, but also we should probably run back away from here so that he doesn't have Alvin. Berengar suggested that I talk to both the blacksmith and the elven craftsman. Have the armor. We have not met any of the elven guys. Alright, you guys are potentially dangerous. We can theoretically one-shot you if... Yup, we time it correctly. Also, we are technically using the steel sword, which we shouldn't be doing right now. You. Also, take that. Hey, what's up, Alvin? Yeah, we may or may not have just dealt a couple of dragons. Yeah, I think we've been here. I remember seeing a couple of dragons guarding a guy like that not long ago. Or, well, kind of long ago when we first came here. So I would need to double-check what we ought to do next, because I know there is the boat here, which we did get permission to take. And maybe that is a good thing for us to... Whoa! To do? Sure. Hello, people! And by people, I mean... Voidenoid. Ooh.
I
Ouch.
don't want you. I don't want you.
Hold on. There we go. Just you now. Should be much easier. Especially, we do that. So, you know, I don't really remember what the deal was with those guys, and should we be concerned that we just brutally murdered people who are technically locals? Yeah. Probably. Probably. But maybe there's something of note. I feel like somebody did have a contract with those guys for us to complete. Alright, and with that, I think this is a good place for us to wrap up here. We finally met Berengar, who is, like I was saying earlier, someone who we've been trying to track down for a very, very long time. And yes, he's being a little secretive boy with holding back some of the details with regard to his relation to Salamandra and how he fits into all these other things that we've been hearing about, but as the game was saying, hopefully with a little bit more time, we'll find a way to get him to be a little more talkative with us. So, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.